So today is July 18th. It's a Thursday. And tomorrow, first thing in the morning, Aaron and I are heading back to, we're going to head to Rhode Island, which I'm really not having an easy time with. It's been a year and a half since I've been back, since my father passed away. And you know, to be totally honest with you guys, I've been struggling, like really struggling with his death still. It gets worse, I guess, now as time goes on, because when it first happens, you're kind of in shock and you're kind of trying to just make sense of things. But then what sets in is that he's just gone. He's not there. Like, he's never going to be there again. Like, that's it. It's final, you know? And like, you play through things in your head. Like the last time I saw him, which was, you know, in May, before he passed away. He passed away in October. In May, my mom had breast cancer and she had a mastectomy and the lymph nodes removed, and I flew up there to see her. I actually flew up there and surprised her because it was around her birthday time too. And that was the last time I saw him, and he was happy, healthy, you know, laughing around, joking, same old dad that he always was. And then right after I got home, like a few weeks after I got home back to Virginia, he had a problem with his vocal cords where he couldn't talk anymore. So I never really actually spoke to him after that, because on the phone you couldn't hear him. If you picked up the phone, he'd be like, "Hello." I'd be like, "Hey, Dad." He's like, "Hey, hang on." And he'd give the phone to my mom. And I said, "How's Dad doing?" and stuff. But I didn't get to talk to him, you know. So the last time I talked to him was 2 years ago, this past May. It was actually when I talked to him, like physically talked to him and saw him. So heading back to Rhode Island right now has so many negative things for me. The positive is my family's there, my friends, my longtime friends are there since I was a kid. A familiarity is there, you know, because I am a New England boy at heart, right? I live in Virginia, but fuck, man, I'm a New England boy, you know what I mean? I love my New England Patriots. I mean, for Christ's sakes, my dog's name is Brady. He's sitting right there while I'm filming this. And we're going to vlog this whole thing. We're going to kind of, I think Aaron and I, maybe my mom too, do a little walk back through time, like through some of the things. I don't know what we're gonna do. I just want this vlog to be different, and I want to share with you guys, because I'll tell you right now, I've had friends that had a mother or father pass away, and I watched it like devastate them, and I didn't understand what they were going through. I'm like, yeah, I know, like your mom passed away. It's terrible. Like, fuck, you know. And I watched years, you know, like by the time I knew them, their parents had been dead for years, and they still struggled with it so much, and I never understood. And now I do, you know. Just because it's a year and a half ago doesn't mean life is back to normal. Everything's okay. My mom struggles, my brother struggles, I struggle. It's real as shit, you know. I don't know if it would be considered depression, but it's more of a, I wouldn't say it's a depression. It's a disappointment, because I didn't get back there in time to see him before he passed away. Like, I didn't make it back in time. You know, he died the next day, less than 24 hours after we told that he was ill. So I never got back. And I regret that, and it bothers me, and I relive that over and over again, and I beat myself up about it, and I get the fact that there's really nothing I could do, but in my head, it's like, well, what if as soon as I got the call, I left the gym. I didn't drive home to Virginia and make plans. I left the gym and went right to Dulles, which is like 20 minutes away. Hopped on a plane, didn't bring any clothes, didn't bring any food, didn't bring anything with me. Just hopped on a plane, got directly there. I would have at least been able to see him, right? And then the whole thing is, well, you didn't know. They told you 2 weeks. He had 2 weeks. You were flying up there the next day. You know, like, you know, he had 2 weeks. That's a big difference between what you thought and what he actually had. And it's like, yeah, I know, but looking back, you can connect the dots when you look back. Looking back, it's like, that's what I could have done. That's what I feel like I should have done. But the shock of finding out he was going to die, I really was not thinking right. You know, I really was not thinking right. Now I'm thinking right. Now, you know, if I had to do it over again, I would have literally just left and went right to the airport and called Aaron and say, hey, I'm going to be in Rhode Island. Like, shit, I'll be home as soon as I can. You know, but, yeah, we're going to go up there and see some family, see some friends. I'm actually going to do an appearance up there at Sage Nutrition, who are the first people to put GFD Labs in their actual store, which is really cool. And I'm like excited to go back home because I love New England. I really do. I didn't like it when I lived there, but I love it ever since I left. And it's not the New England I know anymore. It's a new New England. It's a new Rhode Island, you know. Dad's gone. Mom and Dad don't have the same house they lived in. My grandfather's gone. They sold his house. Gone minutes he passed away. You know, like, it's just so different. Like, the gym that I started training at, Gold's Gym, Al Thurston just passed away, who was my mentor like a couple of weeks ago, and it's like all overgrown with bushes and shit. And like my high school is now a middle school because they regionalized with Bristol, so my school is not even there. And I'm sitting there going, fuck, dude, like, nothing is the same. Like, it's all just changed. And because I go away and come back, I see the big changes. People there don't see it because they change as they're there, and it's happening while they're there. They see these like little changes. Well, the little changes add up because I'm not there. So when I get back, they're big changes, you know. So it's like this very like conflicting feelings of wanting to be there and not wanting to go and see. You know, I don't know how to explain it, but I do know that I have to force myself to do this. Like, I have to force myself to an uncomfortable situation to get over it. Because trying to be comfortable and not deal with the actual problem, which is, you know, my dad, it's not going to help it. It's not going to make it go away. It's just going to continue for the rest of my life. And I learned that from my past. So the one good thing I can say is I've learned from my mistakes in the past, or learned from my decisions in the past, and are able to make better decisions for my future that hopefully, you know, keep me on the right path, keep me healthy, keep me sane. So we're going to see. So we're going to vlog the whole thing. I don't know if I'll put this one up first. Kind of went long. I didn't expect this one to go this long. So I don't really want to tack on to this one because the longer they are, nobody gives a shit. They don't watch these fucking things. So I guess what we'll do is, yeah, we'll just take you guys with us every step of the way and try to convey on camera like what I'm feeling, what I'm thinking, like what I'm going through, etc. So we got to bring Brady to the pet retreat tonight where he stays in his little puppy suite. It's a little, like, it's not a crate, it's a suite they put him in. It's got a bed, it's got a TV, it's got like a video camera so we can watch him overnight and stuff in there. And they take really good care of him. They actually sit in there with him like while he eats and stuff because he likes to eat when we eat at home. So they'll actually go in his little room. It's like a little hotel room, and they'll sit in there with his hotel room and they'll eat with him and stuff. And it's pretty cool. Still hate dropping him off. The worst part of my day is dropping him off. So Aaron's out doing stuff right now, and we're just gonna get ready to go. So hopefully you guys out there have been through this shit, understand what I'm going through, and can relate. Those of you that have not been through it and can't relate, unfortunately, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, and I don't want to be the one to break it to you, but this time for you is coming also, where you have to deal with something that you don't necessarily want to deal with that hurts real bad. So yeah, I guess let's just get on with it.